Hi guys, FS Perennial Global Forest Trading Academy brings to you Forest Mentorship Course with Prosper Okonkwo. For this session, we'll be looking at risk management, trade management, and trader psychology. Now, bear it at the back of your mind, or let me recall you to understand or remember that for you to be profitable in the financial market, three things are required of you. Three things are required of you. The first one is the strategy. First one is strategy. Strategy, which is 10% of the requirement to be profitable in forex trading. Now, the second is risk management. Second is risk management, which is 30%. 30% of the requirements for to be a profitable forex trader in the long term. Then the third one will have psychology. Psychology is the third thing required for one to be a profitable forex trader. This is 60% of what is required. These three things are the key components of profitable forex trading: strategy, risk management, and psychology. Now, for strategy, we've been talking about strategy for quite a long while. And then rounding up this series, we're looking at other factors, which are the risk management and psychology. Everything we'll be talking about, everything we'll be dealing on for the rest of this series has been strategy, but this is just 10% of what is required for you to be profitable in forex trading. Now, this simply implies that strategy alone can make you profitable, okay? But when you add it up with 30% knowledge of risk management and 60% psychology, all of this knowledge acquired over time makes you a profitable forex trader. So for this session, we'll be looking at risk management, trade management, and traders' psychology. Risk management. Forex is a very risky business. There's a high probability of losing your initial capital if you do not apply a measure of risk management. It is highly recommended that a stop loss be used at all times. This ensures that your account lives to live another day in case analysis is incorrect. Forex trading is very profitable, but it is also risky. That is the reason why you have to apply risk management in your trading. What makes the risk defined is the loss size and number of entries you choose to put on. You should only be risking 2% of your account at any given time. Now, for example, let's say you have $1,000 in your trading account. Say you have $1,000 in your trading account. Now, the rule of risk management said you should not risk more than 2% of your account per trade. Now, 2% of what $1,000 is $20. That means no matter what happens, on the worst case scenario, at the end of the day, you should be having $980 left in your trading account. This is risk management. A lot of persons, when they hear about forex trading, they're only interested on the profit that will come out of it. All right, they forget to understand that there are also risks abound in forex trading. Okay, so before you think of hitting the buy or the sell button, you have to first of all map out your risk level, your risk margin. What percentage of my account am I risking? And once you're able to define the percentage of your account you're risking per trade, then you have to factor into the loss size you want to use for that exact trade. Now, let's say I'm using a loss size of 0.01. 0.01. For one pip movement, 0.01 loss multiplied by 10. One pip movement, 0.01 gives you 10 cents. All right, 0.01 gives you 10 cents per pip. 10 cents per pip. Now, 0.01 gives you 10 cents per pip. All right, this simply means that for 10 pips, you'll be it will give us $1 for 10 pips. $1 for 10 pips. All right. So if you are risking 2% of $1,000 and 2% is $20, and using a lot size of 0.01, for instance, 10 pips gives you $1. Okay, so that means for you to risk the entire $20 out of your trade, that means the market has to go against you for 200 pips. Market has to go 200 pips against you for you to risk or for you to lose $20. So 200 pips, you risk, you stand to risk $20 out for trade. And most currency pairs do not go up to 200 pips in one direction a day. Okay, so the probability of losing your account is very slim, only if you practice proper risk management. Risk only 2% of your account per trade. That has to do with the lot size you want to trade. Okay. Now a lot of persons do this wrongly. Now let's assume you are trading an account of, let's say, $25,000. $25,000. The maximum lot size for this is one lot. One standard lot is your maximum lot size for $25,000. Now, this does not mean you have to exhaust this one standard lot on one entry. Let's say you want to take an entry on a pair such as Euro USD. You want to take an entry on Euro USD, right? You're not going to take that entry with 1.00 lot size. No. All right. Wisdom demands that you break your lot size into that you break your lot size into bits. You can divide it into 0.02. Can divide your lot size into 0.02, 0.02, 0.02, 0.02 in 5 places. 0.02 in 5 places. All right, with this, you can take Euro USD. Euro USD, you can do a buy on Euro USD. You can do a buy on Euro USD. Yeah, GBP, GBP AUD. All right, you can do a buy. You can do a buy. You have USD JPY. That is, you have entries on this USD JPY. You can do a sell. All right. You have a lot of entries. You can open positions on multiple currency pairs or multiple entries on one pair at the same time when you split your lot size. Now, when you split 0.02, 0.02 into 5 places, that gives you 1.00, around one standard lot size. You can even go as well as splitting it to split your lot size into bits like this. All right, so sorry, it's not 0.02, 0.20. Yeah, 0.20, not 0.02. So you can split your the lot sizes into bits like this. So you can have a lot of chances to take multiple trades. You have a lot of chances to take multiple trades at the same time. This is wisdom. And when you sum it up at the end of the day, when you sum this up at the end of the day, this sums up to 1.00. Okay? This sums up to 1.00 at the end of the day. And you see that you've ended up using having multiple entries at the end of the day. This is simply wisdom. So you don't exhaust your entire allocated lot size for one entry. You can split it into bits, and wisdom demands that you do not exhaust all of them. You can reserve 20% of that lot size. 20% of that lot size for contingency. All right. As for contingency, one in the barrel as a contingency in case something goes wrong. So risk management is a very key aspect of trading. A lot of traders forgo, they negate risk management with all their attention focused on strategy. Let me tell you this, as an experienced trader, risk management, when you trade strategy without risk management, you are not trading, you are gambling, and you end up losing your entire capital before you could say jack. Going forward, trade management. Trade management is everything a trader does after a trade is open until the trade is closed. By managing trades, traders can increase their profits while minimizing risk. Trade management involves tasks such as determining position size, monitoring the trade, and executing exit. So it is not about executing trades, it is about managing the trade till you exit. All right? So everything a trader does from the moment you execute a trade to when you exit the trade is your trade management. That involves killing in entries, monitoring trades, and executing exits. Here are some trade management tips to improve your trading performance. Some trade management tips to improve your trading performance. Do not risk more than 1% of your trade balance on each trade. This means that if you have $1,000 in your account, you are not to risk more than $10 on each trade. After a maximum loss of 2%, after a 2% losing streak, leave trading for the rest of the day and backtest your mistakes. I'm going to repeat that. After a 2% losing streak, leave trading for the rest of the day and backtest your mistake. What this means that once you have lost a maximum of 2% of your account per trade, let go of trading for that day, backtest your mistake, try to find out what happened, what went wrong, so that when you come again with a fresh mind and a fresh setup, you won't make such a mistake anymore. As an intraday trader, you should manage your position before the session ends. Don't hold positions longer than one session. Now, an intraday trader is a trader that trades within a space of 24 hours. Now, as an intraday trader trading the smart money strategies, that is the ICT, you look for entries between the London Open and the New York Open. So if you got an entry during the London Open, before the New York Open, you must have closed that position, taking your profit. Then wait for the retraction to take another entry if opportunity provides itself during the New York Open. So you do not hold position longer than one session. As a day trader, you should manage your position before the day ends. As a day trader, you don't roll your trade over to the next day. These are trade management tactics, trade management techniques. Okay, you manage your positions. You don't roll your trade to the next day if you are a day trader. That means you're going to be looking for setups that will allow you to take profit before the day ends. And in all entries, trading using ICT strategies, you are using a stop loss between 2 to 15 pips stop loss. A tight stop loss, 2 to 15 pips stop loss, depending on your entry. That way you are mitigating your risk to the barest minimum. Then listen to this. If you have an open position before any high impact news is released, manage your stop loss swiftly to break even. If you have an open position before any high impact news is released, manage your stop loss swiftly to break even. With the strategies you've been taught on this series, you can actually trade during high impact news events. But to be safe, wisdom demands that you manage your stop loss to break even before the high impact news is released. Now, these are some account size and the requisite lot size to be used when applying the rule of 2% maximum risk. 2% maximum risk. These are the account sizes. These are the account sizes. And the lot size you find here, are the maximum lot size. The lot size you find here are the maximum lot size. All right. Using the stop loss between 25 to 50 pips stop loss and take profit above 50 pips. Isn't this, when you apply these rules, these lot sizes with respect to this account size, we are taking a stop loss between 25 to 50 pips and a take profit of above 50 pips. All right, so that way you're having a risk to reward ratio between 1:4 and 1:2 with minimal loss size, minimal risk, and still make a whole lot of money at the end of the month. Okay. Trader psychology. Trader psychology. In the forex business, it's very important to understand that it is more about the trader psychology than it is about the chart. It is more about you, the trader, than it is about the chart. It will be very hard to make a proper analysis if your mindset is not correct, if your mindset is not in the right place. If your mindset is not in the right place, it will be very hard to make a proper analysis. That's why you only trade when you're in a good frame of mind, when you have no distraction, you are under no pressure. You trade when you have zero pressure. If you find yourself upset or unhappy, do not trade. Avoid getting onto the platform when you are in debt or do not understand what you're analyzing. Avoid getting on the platform where you are in debt or you do not understand what you are analyzing. You do not need to take a trade every day, but you do need to show up to your platform every day. Now, the reason why we decided to trade the forex market is because we want to trade, make money, and still have time to do other things we have other things we have flair for. All right. That means we don't have to spend copious amount of time looking at the laptop, looking at the desktop or our platform every day. Okay. That means you don't trade 24 hours in a day, but you have to show up every day. You have to show up every day. Okay. That does not mean you have to trade every day. If you don't see a setup that is crystal clear to you with every condition in place, you forget trading for that day and come again the next day. You have to learn to be very, very, very selective as a trader. You have to be very selective as a trader because the aim is to trade and make money and not to lose your money. Okay, so I repeat that. You do not need to take a trade every day, but you do need to show up to your platform daily. Adopt a trading plan and stick to it. This is where most traders lose it. You're trading, you don't have a guideline, you don't have a plan. All right, you need to have a trading plan for you to trade profitably. A trading plan has to include some rules you have to obey, some conditions that have to be met, your risk margin, your lot size, all of these things factored into your trading plan. You keep a sharp and focused mind. Keep a sharp and focused mind. Know when to stop. Know when to give in. All right. Know when to throw in the towel. Know when to pull the plug. You keep a sharp and focused mind. Set a simple, realistic, and achievable goals. When it comes to forex trading, you have to let go of greed. Delete greed from your mind. Delete greed from your dictionary if you want to trade forex profitably. So you set a simple, realistic, and achievable goal. No one is asking you to double, triple, or quadruple your account in a day, in a week, or in a month. If you can comfortably and consistently, the word is consistency, you can consistently make between 3 to 5 or 10% of your trading capital every month. The word is consistent. If you can do that consistently without putting yourself under undue pressure every month, 3 to 5 and 10% monthly, you are a profitable forex trader. Your goals have to be realistic, they have to be simple, and it has to be achievable. This business comes with losses. You need to know that. Whoever tells you that you want to trade forex without losing money is a joke. Losses are part of it, but the aim there is to limit your losses to the barest minimum. Okay, so this business comes with losses. No strategy is 100%, but adopting a trading plan and having discipline. Adopting a trading plan and having the discipline. I'm going to highlight this. The word there is discipline. Discipline. This business comes with losses. No strategy is 100%, but adopting a trading plan and having discipline to follow it strictly will yield a higher rate of success and minimal losses. The less you lose, the more confident you will grow in your understanding of your strategy and market analysis. The less you lose, the more confident you grow in your understanding of the strategy and the market analysis. Do not allow losses to define or knock you down. Losses are part of it. When you incur some losses, don't mourn it for too long. Do not allow your losses to define you or knock you down. learn from the mistakes and try your best to avoid repeating the same mistake, because it is insanity for doing the same thing all over again and expecting to get a different result. So do not allow losses to define or knock you down. Learn from the mistake and try your best to avoid repeating the same mistake again. All right, so this is it about trader psychology. We've talked about risk management. We've talked about trade management and trader psychology. Now, when you put in your strategy 10%, your knowledge and understanding of risk management 30%, and 60% wholesome psychology and good and positive mindset, I tell you, end up being a profitable forex trader in the long term. I remain your trainer, Prosper Okonkwo. Trade profitably with FSPG.